our guest for today is none other than Miss Universe Philippines, Marinduque.
Hi everyone, my name is Maria Lianina Macalino. I am 25 years old and I'm representing Marinduque, the heart of the Philippines, for this year's Miss Universe Philippines 2020.
Okay, kamusta? Question before we do our chika-chika talaga and we do our actual makeup. What is your weakness in doing your makeup?
Right now, alam ko, weakness ko is my eyes, how to do my eye makeup because sometimes kasi chinita ako, or most people see that I'm chinita, pero I don't know how to accentuate that asset na making it chinita kasi mostly yung makeup artist ko, what he does, hindi niya masyado, parang nagiging circle yung eyes ko, and some other people sinasabi nila na mas bagay pag i-accentuate mo yung chinita eyes mo. So I don't know how to do that proper eye makeup to accentuate lang yung eyes ko. Kasi 'di ba, when people see you, yun yung makikita nila agad yung eyes mo. So parang for me, I know it's an important part of makeup. So.
I get why your makeup artist is like slightly curving it a bit. If we wing it out kasi lalong hihila yan. I do understand then that the point of some of your viewers are or your followers are telling you na you want to accentuate yung pagiging chinita, which is fine as well. Kaya lang you have to be not brinking na talagang hihila mo pa siya lalo. Because if you do that, nawawala yung mata mo. Also, the reason probably why your makeup artist, I guess your makeup artist there, is trying to make it like medyo pabilog ng konti yung pagkaka-smoke niya is because on stage, kapag hinila pa niya yan outwards, pag chinita ka pa, may term ba ganun? You make it thinner pa, you make it longer pa, chances are sa stage, mukha ka nang walang mata. In a way, I do understand. What we're gonna do is try to meet that halfway.
Okay.
Now, we try to please your followers by not making you, parang not losing your identity as a chinita. Yun na lang yung gawin natin.
Oo, parang I guess sanay kasi sila doon, so naninibago sila.
Gets ko yan. So, what we can do is like, we can smoke it out lang at the outer part, and then siguro do like a shimmer here. So, hindi siya naging sobrang bilog. So, we're not gonna do the traditional smoky na from here, pag ganun lang siya.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna give a bit of an accent here, and then we're gonna smoke it out pa ganyan. So, we're not totally elongating it, but ang shape natin, medyo slightly pa chinita pa din.
Okay.
You happy with that?
Yes, please.
And then, what I would also suggest on you, ito baka medyo hindi natin mo masyado susundin yung fan base mo na will follow the chinita. Because I wanna make your eyes a tad bit more bigger ng konti. Kasi like I mentioned, on stage, kakainin yan.
Yeah.
Okay? On stage, when there's like heavy lights already, and you keep it like super small lang, pag hilera ka na sa lahat ng contestants, hindi na masyado napapansin yung ganda ng mata mo. Okay?
Yeah.
So what I would suggest, like for the waterline, to make it like bigger, let's not do dark colors. Let's do like a light, either a nude color or a white color, just to make it a tad bit more. I'm not gonna make it like too big. So waterline. I'm not gonna make it too big. We're not gonna make it round. Okay, we're gonna keep the shape. However, gusto ko lang siya mabuhay, magising.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right.
Yes.
Game. So we start with our. Do you have an eye primer?
Wala. Concealer.
Ay, kilay ka na ba?
Hindi pa.
Okay. So let's do our kilay na lang.
Okay, kilay muna. Okay.
Normally ba, anong inuna mo? Eyeshadow or kilay?
Kilay.
Kilay. Okay, me too. Some people inuna nila yung eyeshadow, which is not wrong. But personally, for me, the reason why inuuna ko yung kilay kasi mas kasi frame yung face kagad. Nakikita ko kung saan ko gusto i-placing yung eyeshadow ko mabuti. Moreover, usually, I would conceal under my kilay, and if may eyeshadow na doon, nasisira yung eyeshadow blending natin. So let's do our kilay first. Anong gusto mong kilay? Yung plakado or yung medyo natural?
Um, yung parang...
Yung mahirap o yung madali? Sarap!
Shucks. Wait. Hindi naman yung pang coronation, yung parang pang activity.
Pang activity, so natural.
Natural, yeah, siguro.
Guys, just a reminder, this video is edited already for a more enjoyable watching experience. The full class kasi is roughly around 2.5 hours, so medyo mahaba talaga siya, depending on the speed of the student or the need of the student itself. So if you guys wish to have your own personal one-on-one makeup session with us, just message us on Facebook at Nix Institute of Beauty.
May sinend ka ba sa akin, Peg? Teka, tignan ko yung mga
Yeah, sa messenger po.
So, her Peg. So, for natural looking brows, usually I would start by brushing it upward. Okay. Next part, yan, medyo okay lang naman itong ginitin mo lang pababa. And then what I would do is I would get, I hope you have this. Do you have a brow cara?
Yeah, brow mascara?
Oo.
Brow gel, yeah.
May kulay ito? Or is it?
Meron.
Okay.
Okay.
For those who doesn't know what this is, I prefer like a fiber volumizing brow cara. Hopefully that's what you have. When I say fiber volumizing brow cara, these are brow caras that medyo nakakahaba siya or nagkakaroon siya ng konting texture pa or nakakakapal siya ng konti. Kasi ngayon, hindi na talaga uso yung on fleek. Ngayon talaga, ang uso na is, if you would like notice celebrities, mga artista, wala ka na makita na naka-on fleek.
Yeah.
Ha? Wala kang makitang artista, here in the Philippines, wala ka na makita na naka-brows on fleek, yung pang Instagram brows. Pero kasi ako, I still teach that because minsan, that's kind of maganda naman on like stage for pageant day.
Yeah.
Kasi, since ang layo nyo, gusto nyo makita naman kayo ng mga judges. So, pag medyo feathery, super light lang ng brows nyo, hindi na kasi siya kita from afar. That's why I do a plakadong brow when it's like pageant type. Pero yun, on like your activities, this would do. Also, I like using this kapag nagmamadali ako. Let's say I'm doing my brows on the taxi. So this is what I do. I get my brow cara. Again, this is a fiber volumizing brow cara. And then I'm gonna concentrate that first on my inner part. Slightly curving, where it's naturally curving. Pero you feather it out.
Ang ganda pag meron siyang pigment para na rin ikaw nag-brow pencil.
Precisely, actually. So, kung nagmamadali kayo and you don't have any pencil or any product here, ang ginagawa ko, kayo di ba sabi ko, at this part wag mo papatamain sa balat. But on parts that you do not have hair, like ako, ayan, ubos na yung buhok ko dyan sa kadyan. So,
Pwede.
ang areas that I don't have hair, yun yung papatamain ko na ng konti sa balat just to fill in my sparse area.
Especially this part sa eyebrows ko. Dito yung walang hair eh.
Again, this is assuming you do not have any other brow product there or nagmamadali ka.
Yan. Okay ba yun, Miss Nix? Di naman siya mukhang beast. Ano, di ko alam kung nakikita mo, pero... Yan.
Okay. Siguro, with the anong brand yan?
Vice. Dito ako nag-work eh.
Okay, actually, okay si Vice. Just make sure na hindi siya clumpy. Yeah. Kung maging clumpy na siya.
Pag inano mo yung pag-spin red out mo yung gel, no?
Ingatan mo lang wala siyang clumpy. Now, don't use your hand. If you have a spoolie, kasi kakalat siya kapag yung ano. So if you can use your spoolie, blend it out.
Okay.
Para mag-lighten din yung inner part.
I guess okay na yun, Miss Nix.
Okay. Alright. And then now, assuming na may time ka mag-makeup talaga, ayusin yung makeup mo, yung kayo na sinabi ko is, yun yung kung ang mangyayari is wala kang time na madali ka or ito lang yung meron ka. Now, if you have the luxury of having more time, I would usually, pupuliduhin ko pa siya. So, I would get a brow pencil or a brow pomade, whichever can fill in your gaps. So, mas magandang pang-fill pa rin ng gaps yung mga brow pencil or your brow pomades. So, like me, I have like gaps here.
Where do I start, Miss Nix, putting the pencil?
Okay, alam mo
Product.
yung papunta ka na ng on fleek.
Kaya nga, parang okay na siya ng brow gel lang.
Papunta ka na ng on fleek, girl. Ay, on fleek na lang ba tayo?
Perfect ko na kaya. So, Miss Nix, okay na ba yan?
Siguro brush mo na lang. For you, ha? Well, okay, for those who are watching, since I'm doing it on myself, since I have sparse area, yun na lang yung ano ko. Since we're not aiming for on fleek, dahil yun ang gusto niya natural. Siguro ang comment ko na lang, if you can like brush it pa, like so, that would be much, much greater. And then, can you look at me ng straight? Yung sa shape lang, siguro kung magpa-pencil ka, feeling ko lang yung part mo dito, angat nga ng konti. Ayan.
Yes.
Harap ka ng straight. Ayan. Feeling ko na overpluck. May parang straight o bigla akong may curve.
Ito.
Ayan. So feeling ko medyo na overpluck siya ng konti.
Yeah. So, anong gagawin ko doon?
So, di ba parang ito straight to? Di ba straight yan? Kung kaya mo siyang ituloy lang ng very so lightly na hindi parang straight bigla kang may curve.
Okay.
Yun lang yung comment ko dun sa shape ng brows mo. Parang it's straight bigla kang magpo-curve. So you try lang na magpantay man lang siya para lang siya maging even.
Pag ganun.
Oo. Pero wag na masyado dito sa inner. Doon lang sa part na parang bigla siyang nag-curve ng bongga.
Sa middle part. Oh, I'm scared. May difference ba, Miss Nix?
Tingin. Harap ka sa akin. No, not side. Straight. Yan, much better.
Yay! Oo nga. Difference. Ito.
Kita mo yung sinasabi kong parang itong side, may biglang straight, biglang curve. This one is much better na ngayon.
Straighten out ko na siya. Okay.
Yes! I like that better.
Yay! Yan.
Okay. So, after that, this is optional. Kung wala kang ganitong product, that's okay. What I like to do is, lalo na ako madaling bumaba yung hair ko, kung gusto mo lang naman ng bushi. Okay? Kung gusto mo lang ng bushi, pagkaangat mo nyan, if you have a brow setter, okay, may brow setter ka, or yung clear brow gel, or another option is a brow soap. Alam mo yun, uso ngayon yun eh. Brow soap.
Yun eh. Yun ba yung para siyang setting for brow setting talaga? That's the purpose of the brow soap?
Sort of. I think a lot of our makeup artists, if you ginamit nila yun sa inyo, so you either can go with your brow soap or a brow setter. I'll show you what a brow soap looks like. This is what a brow soap looks like. So, pag inopen mo siya, literal mukha siyang sabon. So,
wax. Talagang wax.
Actually, may brow wax. So another alternative. Iba, ang dami, di ba? May products.
Is it after doing your eyebrows? As in,
yung parang ito na yung pang-set mo, pang-finalize mo. Lalo na kung medyo pasawa yung brows mo na ang kalat-kalat, yung hair. Pero feeling ko naman sa'yo, hindi masyadong kailangan. Ayan. You would need this if gusto mo pa siyang, although hindi kasi kita yung pagka-bush nun sa'yo, kasi maganda yung pagkaka-shape ng taas mo eh. So this is optional for you if gusto mo lang siyang i-bush up. Sana kita. Okay, so papakita ko lang. If you wanna bush it up.
Hindi naman magka-smudge yung color ng brow gel and the brow liner.
Depende sa product na gamit mo.
Gets.
Oo pala.
Kasi
depende sa product na gamit mo. May mga product kasi na hindi siya nag-set yung sobrang minsan pa pag yung kamay mo gumanon ka, meron kang
oily.
So may mga ganong product. If ganun ang product mo, I do not suggest you use a brow soap. Instead, you use a brow gel or a brow setter. Okay? I repeat, if your pang brows underneath is hindi siya nagsiset, hindi siya dumidikit dun sa brow talaga. And nagmo-move siya, I don't recommend you use a brow soap. This is if waterproof yung inyong brow product. So this is how I do my bushy brows.
Yan, ang ganda na.
And then dun sa mga sparse area, I can go back on that.
Do you prefer using a micro pencil or the normal na parang yung manipis na parang triangular shape of pencil?
Okay, if you check out my Instagram, you will see that my brows usually change. Kasi iba-iba talaga yung brows ko. I do like brows na sobrang on fleek. I do bushy brow. I do something in between. Kapag I'm doing bushy brow, the products that I used earlier, yun yung mga gusto kong gamitin. For my pencil, I like using this one. This is a very thin one because I want to make strands. So this one is by Benefit. It's yung very manipis one. Pero when I'm doing on fleek brows, I like using pomades.
I see.
Then I use my brow brush, yung angular.
Yeah.
The difference nila is in terms of making your brow, yung longevity niya. Longevity of the color, longevity of the shape. Mas matagal ang effect ng pomade.
Yeah. Mas
Pencils, however, are more defined. Mas madaling gamitin ang pencil. Kasi sanay tayo magsulat sanay tayo mag-drawing. So, in terms of using it easily, dun sa mga baguhan, mas madaling gamitin ko ang pencil. Disclaimer on pencils, I don't like pencils na yung tinatasahan ng sobra. Yung pag tinasahan mo, sobrang tulis niya, kasi ibig sabihin mataas po yung lead content niya. If the pencil, when you sharpen it, sobrang tigas niya, tuwang-tuwa ka naman kasi ang daling mag-drawing kasi sobrang sharp niya. Pag sobrang sharp niya at hindi siya buttery, chances are mataas po yung lead content niya. And if mataas ang lead content, nakakakalbo po siya. Yes. Alright, so when we're done with our brows, what we can do next is our eyeshadow. Basing from, can I see your eyeshadows?
I just have a few. Wala talaga akong eyeshadow. Wait lang. Sobrang basic na to, and this one. Ito lang talaga. Parang hindi ko alam kung nasan yung ibang eyeshadows. So yun lang, Miss Nix. Ito lang. Ito lang yung medyo warm tone. And this one, yung parang shadows nga to
Okay, sige.
Actually, a sample.
Let's try to make use with what we have. For the eyeshadow, the first step with your eyeshadow is you put on your eye primer first. Do you have an eye primer?
Wala.
If you don't have an eye primer, an alternative of eye primers are your concealers. Okay? Pero, between the two, your best bet pa rin would be your eye primers. Kasi longevity-wise, it helps prolong your eyeshadow. Lalo na if you're the type of eye na nangangain ng makeup, nangangain ng eyeshadow. Yung mga ganun Yung mga term kaming ganung makeup artist. When I say nangangain ng makeup, yung after siguro mga an hour after or 2 hours, parang nawawala na yung eyeshadow mo. That is common for people who are very oily on the lid or for people who have a very deep set eye. So I would suggest you use an eye primer instead. But when wala ka, you can use a concealer muna.
Okay. Tapos pala, may problem with my eyes kasi ano siya, Miss Nix, like parang meron siyang, ano bang tawag dito, yung lid niya. Yung, when I apply eye makeup, pagtingin ko sa'yo ng ganon, you won't even see the eyeshadow that I did. Kasi, yung lid niya, parang cover.
Monolid ka.
Yun yung term. Sorry, yeah. Monolid. Yun, yung ganon. So parang kahit nag-eyeshadow ako, hindi kita unless itaas ko siya here.
Which is okay lang naman. So we're gonna bring it slightly higher later.
Yeah. So yun din yung parang challenge for me.
I'm just gonna do one side para mas ma-follow mo ko.
Kaya mag-concealer.
Okay. So when we are done with our primer, or your concealer, kung ano mang gamit nyo, we are going to use our, I'll show you different types of brushes.
Okay.
For the eye brushes, these are what I usually use for blending. So for blending, I have it's all our blending brushes, but iba-iba sila ng size. So this is obviously smaller, this is bigger. So the bigger the eye brush is, the bigger the blending brush is, the fluffier it is, mas pang blending lang siya. Meaning pang buff out, pang smoke out, ito yung ginagamit. If you wanna put more pigment, gusto mo siyang maging darker, let's say on the lid part, okay? You use a smaller one. So ibig sabihin, the smaller it is, the more pigment, the bigger it is, the more fluffier it is. Ito yung mga pabilog na pang blend. Okay? So let's start with our biggest brush. Let's do our transition shade first. Do you have an idea what a transition shade is?
Yun ba yung lighter?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So correct. That's the lightest one. Imagine a smoke. Kunyari may sunog dyan. So ang totoong smoke, a literal smoke, okay? Makikita mo may parang part na parang may usok pa dito. May usok pa dito, tapos dito wala na. Okay? Yung brinking na, yung part na yun na parang meron pero parang wala. Tapos literal wala na. I hate seeing eyeshadows kasi na hanggang brows meron.
Yeah.
You want a bit of content space. Pangit kasi na itong buong to, literal may eyeshadow kasi makalat siyang tingnan. So what you want is there's a bit of space pa din between the transition or the lightest shade that you can actually see versus where the brow is already. So I would get your transition shades could be like the lightest from the spectrum of colors that you're going to choose. Let's say lightest from the blue, lightest from the red. But assuming you don't have that, the best transition shade that you can use are yung parang mga contour shades nyo.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, kung wala ka talaga, worst case scenario, you can use actually your contour. So, what I'm going to use is this one. So this is, by the way, from James Charles collection. I'm going to use this for my transition shade. Sorry, ito pala. So this is gonna be my transition shade. If you can find something similar to this, would be awesome. See?
Yes.
So tap out the excess. Then we are going to blend it. Close there.
From outer.
Yung kung saan mo siya pinaka-last, gusto makita yung eyeshadow mo. You don't want it umabot naman ng kilay, di ba? So, almost where you want your eyeshadow to end. Again, you put it where you want your eyeshadow to end. Okay? Since you're monolid, ako kasi usually ang ginagawa ko, it's right above my crease. But since you do not have a crease, okay, yan magiging marker natin ngayon. So imagine you're doing this, but like slightly higher lang. Yan, actually perfect na yung ginagawa mo, yung shade na yan. So for those who have creases, you can do this. You can do a swiper motion just above your crease. Ready ka na? So you do that at the other side. Kamusta ka naman ngayong pandemic? Ano mga pinagagawa mo?
Well, since the start of the lockdown, medyo busy talaga since I have work from home. So, full-time job and then working from home. It's actually busier now compared to when we were still in the office. Pero for me, parang I'm still blessed kasi I still have a job, ganon. So I can still help my parents kahit sa expenses sa bahay or me and my brother. Pero syempre, di mo maiwasan na when you watch the news or social media, yung mga nangyayari in our country and other countries, na ang lungkot din kasi parang hindi ko alam kung paano natin mababago pa. Like, we wanna change the structure, but we don't know where to start. Like, we have to point a dot and then the line comes from that. So parang, I don't know, yun lang, parang my work has been keeping me occupied, pero at the same time, I know that there's an inner struggle then in our society that we can't just disregard. So, pero at least there's a balance of everything. So, parang ganon. Parang I hope there's hope. Ganon.
There is naman, but honestly speaking, from what I'm seeing right now, I don't think it's gonna be anytime soon.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm losing hope. I'm just being reality bites, but hey, yun ang nangyayari. So, next step is let us get our smallest blending brush.
Okay na ba to, Miss Nix? Ito yung kanina eh. And then ito.
Sige, okay na rin naman yan. Ingat ka lang na hindi siya sobrang taas. Or do you have like a bullet one?
Wala eh.
Sige, kung wala, the smallest that you have. Yung andito.
Ito?
Okay na yan. Ingat ka na lang. Pag you be careful not to put too much. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Dip into your chosen darkest shade, close to our peg.
Okay, darkest. Okay, I saw it.
So when you have chosen your darkest shade, tap out the excess. Now watch me first. Watch me, Nene. Okay, so, yung darkest shade mo kasi, ingat ka dito. Lalo na kung black to, ang hirap kasi ng black na pag kumalat siya, mukha ka ng sinapa.
Yeah, yun nga eh.
So, ingat ka sa mga dark shades, and even if it's just dark brown, kapag umabot na kasi siya dito, makalat na siyang tignan. So, what I would do, for those who are starting, this is what I usually ask them to do. Put your darkest shade just where you want it the most. So, kung saan mo siya gusto pinaka-dark, halimbawa, ayan, ako, I'm gonna put it at the corner lang talaga. Gusto ko dun siya pinaka-dark. Tapos after niyan, gusto ko pa-smoke out na siya. So, I wanna put it there. Okay. And then, I won't use the same brush for blending it. Bakit? Okay, here's the technique. I would get a clean brush. Okay, I would get a clean brush. Tapos yung clean brush ang pinang-blend ko. Para hindi ko makalat. Mas madali kasi magdagdag kesa magbawas. Okay, so let's blend that out.
Clean brush.
Some of you guys, sige tuloy ka lang some of you guys might have a different technique on blending your eyeshadow. Some of you have very, very light hands at sanay na kayo mag-blend. That's great. It's great if you know how to blend properly and easily. Kaya lang, tinuturo, the reason why I'm showing that you can put your pigment here and then blend it with a clean eyeshadow brush is because that is easier. This is a technique for those who are starting, for those na hirap mag-blend from dark to light.
Wait, parang wala na akong extra blending brush, Miss Nix.
A clean, yung ginamit mo na lang pang transition mo, just clean it out na lang. Huwag mo masyadong paabutin hanggang dito.
Okay. So,
ang peg natin ngayon is medyo mas smoke out siya sa outer para hindi naman natin ino-overpower na wala yung pagka-chinita mo. Pero hindi rin naman natin sobrang pinapaliit yung mata mo. So we're smoking it somewhere lang here. Okay lang naman to blend it very, very lightly at the mid part. But not to the point na dito na siya. So stop. Can I see? Harap ka sa akin. Okay. I don't know if it's just the camera, pero hindi pa siya ganun kaputok. If you're going for something very light, that's okay na. Pero if you wanna make it makita sa camera, we can add more. It's better na magdagdag ka na lang hanggang sa ma-achieve mo yung gusto mong gano'n siya ka-dark, kung saan ka happy, kesa mapasobrahan ka. Mas madaling magdagdag kesa magbawas kasi. Okay. Okay, while you're blending that on both sides at hanggang hindi mo pa na-achieve yung happiness ka, how has your Miss Universe Philippines journey so far?
Well, so far, ako very excited ako since the beginning of the activities. And then now, excited ako kasi nga we still have our events or activities kahit we're just at home. So, it's still a way for us to learn and also to keep ourselves busy kasi alam ko naman na most of us has been parang facing challenges at home or kahit sa battle of the mind lang, anxiety. So at least ako, it's a deviation away from my full-time job. So ito naman, it's like my me time, this makeup session. So I'm grateful. And it's like the small wins and small blessings na you can appreciate in life. So thank you for Miss Universe.
Happiness ka na sa ganyang... Okay ka na? Okay, now, you put your darkest shade also at your lower lash. Like so.
Gusto ko yan. Yung ganyang technique. Yung sa lower lash.
So that's our darkest shade. Ganun yung kabila. And then get a slightly lighter shade than your darker, or an alternative would be your transition shade kanina, just to blend out the dark shade dun sa ilalim ng mata mo. Para hindi naman siya harsh na isang linyang ganun lang. So either clean your small brush again, or get a smaller brush, and then get a lighter shade. Again, pwedeng lighter shade, or pwede din naman yung transition shade mo kanina. Now, our goal is just to buff that out para hindi siya super harsh. So for me, what I'm gonna use is my transition shade earlier. If you feel that your transition shade is too light, again, you can use a lighter shade than your darker. So binabuff out ko lang. Para lang hindi siya sobrang dark. Parang hindi lang siya isang, alam mo parang isang ganun lang. Like when I look at your eyeshadow right now, ayan, medyo nag-blend out na yung kabila, oh. Tignan mo yung difference ng dalawa. But I need you to blend that part more. But can you see the difference? Ito, parang isang tipak lang siyang dark sa ilalim. So you wanna blend that out. Talagang sa mata, blending is the key.
Yun yung, doon ako nag-struggle sa eyes. Kasi, hindi ko alam yung proper way to blend since monolid ako. Yan. Para na siyang may depth.
Aray.
Kasi ito parang lang eh. Like an eyeliner.
Nakita mo yung sinend ko sa yung peg?
Yung kanina po?
Tingnan mo yung niya. Lower, yung eyeshadow niya sa baba.
Yeah.
It's also smoking.
Yung sa peg, brown siya, tapos may black sa, or eyeliner yun, no?
Dark brown lang. You mean sa waterline?
Yeah, black.
Sa waterline, I don't suggest na mag-black out. I'll explain waterline later. Pero, dark brown lang yan.
Yeah, dito
chances are, alam ko na, I'm not expecting that you can copy this 100%. Nasa products mo din yan mismo eh.
Yeah.
So siguro you can invest on a better palette or a palette that has a few more colors. Yeah. Palettes that I love dark, I love Morphe. Like this one from James Charles, ang dami niya kasing shades.
Yeah, may neutral and may color.
Kung hindi ka naman mahilig sa colorful, you can go for neutrals lang. Ako kasi makeup artist, so I need to have like a lot of colors.
Yeah. Ano ba yan, Miss Nix?
Ayan. Oh, much better. You like the shape now? So in the future, let's say, halimbawa, kung pang stage na to, ang suggestion ko is for you to make that darker. Slightly lang, kahit lang yung pa-out lang. But for a day look, or a simple event, that would do already. So now, we're just gonna put a bit of accent. So if you can look for like a shimmer shade na medyo bronzy, would be awesome. So let's get a shimmer shade. The brush that we're gonna use is bulb. This time around, huwag kang gagamit ng fluffy na brush. Something that is flat would be great. Kasi kapag gumamit ka ng shimmer shade na fluffy, kakalat lang siya.
Saan nilalagay, Miss Nix? Here?
Okay. So what we're going to put it is, for those who are watching, like hindi monolid, you can actually put it on your lip, yung kusang parang crease. But since you're monolid, I would want you to put it na, para ka magbibigay ng, parang kunyari, ito yung crease mo, giving them the illusion that you actually have a crease. Oh. So we're going to like create a curve on your eye, slightly higher than when you open your eyes. Sana nagigets yung pag-explain ko. But, yeah, we're going to, you're going to slightly put your shimmer. Parang gawa ka ng curve higher than, not here ha, you start pa rin here.
Dito?
Ayan. So you're going to start here, and then you're going to like, create a curve, mimicking those with creases. Yan. Sige. Pero don't blend muna ha. Or actually, if you can like lightly pat it, pero andun pa rin yung bilog, that would be great. Kasi kapag biniblend mo siya, shimmers, nagpo-fall out yan dito. Dito ang kalatan niyang tignan. Very prone kasi ang shimmery shade sa fall out. And we don't want that. You're good?
Yeah.
Sige, habang ginagawa mo yan, ano mga naging activity mo so far during ACQ? Like, have you been having outreach programs and stuff like that?
Oh, since yung start of the lockdown, kasi even before lockdown pa, we go to, yung mga sa city jails, mga barangay jails, and we go to outreach program under our church. And then, since the start of the lockdown, yung mga pari namin yung naghihingi ng donations, ganon. So, me and my family donated, pero hindi kami nagpunta talaga sa actual sites to give out the products, ganon. So, pero yun yung ginagawa namin. And then, ngayon, recently, for Pentecost, kasi I was active before in PYM, Parish Youth Ministry, under the worship ministry. At first, very scared ako lumabas, pero naisip ko, parang this is the only thing that I can sacrifice for God, and I don't think God will allow me naman to get the virus kasi He knows that I'm doing it for Him. So I went to church, and then it's like a live show that will be aired sa Facebook ng parish namin. So, I guess yun yung na-contribute ko. Kasi parang kailangan din, lalo na yung kabataan ngayon. At first, before this, ang daming volunteers na youth sa church namin. Tapos ngayon, kasi risky na rin kasi yung parents nila, alam mo yun, kasi kasama mo sila sa bahay. So natatakot ako lumabas kasi yung parents ko nga is at high risk, especially my dad kasi may diabetes, may heart ailment. So I want to be mindful of my actions and where I'm going or the people I'm dealing with. Kasi parang you don't just think about yourself in this situation kasi you have to think of other people then. So Yun.
Okay. So, when I was starting, this was my weakness. Hirap ako magpantay ng eyeliner ko. Pero on you, I don't suggest that you wing it out too far. Kasi nga lalo liliit yung mata mo. So, ang feeling ko bagay sa'yo, parang end-to-end lang. Pero, just to make it a tad bit dramatic, kaya lang mag-falsies ka, you can wing a very, very small lang. Small wing. Don't elongate it too much. So, when I was starting, since yun yung aking weakness, I would usually get my darkest, yung ginamit kong darkest shade. Okay, I'll get the darkest shade that I used, and then I am going to wing it out with the eyeshadow first. That way, kung hindi ko napantay sa kabilang side, I can blend it out kasi eyeshadow pa lang siya. Hope that makes sense. Anyhow, aside from that, how do you know where to put your wing? So ideally, when you're winging, can you see your waterline?
Mm-hmm.
So you do an imaginary line. When you're opening your eyes, do an imaginary line na kung tuloy-tuloy itong waterline mo, saan siya pupuntang diretso? So yun yung ideal na papunta ng iyong wing eyeliner. Para hindi siya weird. Okay? Yung iba kasi, sobrang tinataasan, mukha na siyang weird. So ang ideal is you follow your waterline. I do that kasi sa kabila, para mapantay ko siya. Let's go to our eyeliner na. Daldal ko kasi, di ba?
Okay.
For the eyeliner, next thing that I'm gonna do is, I'm going to mark my wing first. So, gagawa muna ako kung saan ko siya ilalagay talaga. Sorry, by the way, before you start lining, make sure na pantay siya. Make sure na happy ka na dun sa placing niya. Again, for you, I don't want it too long. Siguro, a small wing lang, just to connect everything. And then, okay, let me do my eyeliner. So, I'll start by making a wing. Yeah. So, para lang itong kill.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
So, when I'm done doing that, I'm going to connect that. I won't start from the pinakadulo kasi yun na yung, maganda na yung dulo ko eh. Meron na very sharp na yung dulo ko. So I won't start there. I'm gonna start somewhere below that. And then I'm going to connect it until the middle part.
Middle part lang, Miss Nix.
Yes, middle part lang muna. Kasi hindi mo pwedeng ituloy-tuloy yun hanggang dito kasi nag-iiba na yung pwesto ng pen mo eh.
Yeah.
For the inner part, ililipat ko na yung pwesto kung paano ko na ginagamit yung eyeliner ko. So pag ganito naman ako mag-eyeliner sa inner part.
Eyeliner sa baba, Miss Nix?
Ayun kasi ayoko sanang mag-dark. Meron ka bang nude?
Wala, brown.
Okay lang naman. Basta hindi siya sobrang dark brown.
Yeah.
Okay lang sa akin, light brown. On you. Put like on your waterline. Pero kung tapos dun sa tight line, okay lang. Yung sa tight line, yung sa taas.
Yeah, o nga, black. I'm so excited! So tight line muna.
Tight line. Marunong ka mag-tight line?
Ganito lang, ganito ba?
But again, on you siguro, if you can look for a nude or a cream waterline eyeliner na pencil, I think that would be better kasi mas lalaki yung mata mo than brown. It's not bad. Feeling ko lang mas okay yun sa'yo. For those who are new in pageant, that's always my suggestion. Try mo mag-iba-iba ng looks.
Yes.
Subukan mo naka-black ka, subukan mo naka-light ka, naka-white, naka-cream. And then, let other people see it. And then, you listen to their comments. Don't get drowned. Huwag ka malunod dun sa mga comments nila na nalulungkot ka kasi ito yung sinabi nila or kabila ang pangit mo or ganyan. Mm-hmm. But, you learn from what they're saying. Kasi, from different people, lalo na yung mga pageant enthusiasts, kasi sabi rin naman nila, may point din naman minsan sila. I'm not saying every time they're right. Minsan pa, exaggeratedly wrong sila. But, at least nakikita mo yung perception ng iba-ibang tao.
Yeah.
So, you put your mascara. choice. Usually, yun yung tanong sa akin usually. Ano po bang nauna? Mascara, curl lash, or falsies? It depends. If, let's say, you are not gonna put your falsies, ang flow natin is curl and then mascara. So, kung wala tayong falsies, mascara lang, we're going to curl it and then mascara. Pero if we're going to put false eyelashes, ang order natin is mascara, falsies, and then curl lash. Kasi kapag naka-curl ka na, ang problema, ang hirap ikabit ng falsies kasi lumalaban na yung lashes mo. And then, ang mascara mo for the top part, since may falsies ka, okay lang naman na maglagay dyan sa part na nilalagyan mo. But importante actually nandito sa taas. Dahil, pag kinabit mo yung falsies mo, pag may mascara ka here, yun yung mag-a-adhere dun sa real lash tsaka sa false lash. Kasi nagiging tape yung upper part.
Parang sa middle part?
Dito sa taas.
Yes.
Kasi yun yung didikit dun sa false eyelashes mo.
Yung falsies, Miss Nix, di ba, ano siya, like, meron siyang wider part and may smaller part. So, yung smaller part, yung nasa inner.
Tapos, ikaw pa, shape mo muna siya. Tignan mo kung ka-size ng mata mo. If it's smaller, you have to cut it. But when you cut it at the longer part. Kasi if you cut it at the shorter part, minsan pag napasobra ka ng cut, sobrang haba na ng inner part.
Yun din yung ano, kasi monolith, di ba? Pag tinodo mo dito, parang may tumutusok sa eyes ko. So usually, parang sabi ko, pwede niyo po ba i-move dito? Kasi dito natatamaan.
Ano unang kinakabit mo? Inner, outer?
Inner, di ba?
Okay, tama. Ako kasi, una ko dito lagi. Kasi for one, luhain ako. So, unahin mo kasi yung outer or yung middle part. Kapag inuna mo yon, minsan nasusobrahan dito sa inner part, naluluha ka.
Yeah.
So, it's best na talagang swak siya dun sa inner part mo bago mo siya ikabit.
Yeah. Yes. Gusto ko yung shimmer area. Like, nakita ko nga na medyo nag-open up yung eyes ko. So now, I'm gonna curl lash na.
This is what I use. Kasi minsan kumakagat sa sides ng mata ko yung curl lash. Kasi hindi naman, yung straight, minsan ang curl lash, hindi tugma sa eyes ko. So this is what I use. But if you don't have this, it's okay. Or kung saan ka man sanay, that's also okay. I'm just sharing that this is what I use because minsan kumakagat sa falsies. Okay, curl lash.
Type of curl lash, Miss Nix?
Mini curl lash lang. Mini.
Mini lash.
Merong, this one is from Shuemura. Sila talaga yung nagpauso. Pero, merong unbranded from Shopee. Mini curl lash.
Yeah, mag-Shopee lang ako. Okay na yan. Okay na ba yun?
Yes.
And what's the purpose of putting a shimmer here in between?
It makes your eyes slightly wider. Kaya kung magkalayo yung mata mo, okay, not naman wider, well, it also makes it bigger in a way. Pero kasi kung magkalayo yung mata mo, tapos you put shimmer pa, lalo mo silang pinagalayo.
Yeah.
Kasi nagkakaroon ng space, nagkakaroon ng light. It makes it bigger in the middle.
Yeah. Okay, kasi sabi ko, bakit yung iba bagay sa kanila, yung iba parang hindi. Yun pala siguro yun.
Depende talaga sa eye type. Okay.
Pag in person, kita ko na may lashes ako. Pero like sa camera, I'm not sure if...
I was actually gonna say that. Before like day look, that's okay na.
Yeah,
for your day, every day, or a simple event, that's okay. But, halimbawa, meron kang photo shoot or meron kang, lalo na stage makeup, that's too thin. I would suggest you make it thicker. I actually would like your eyes to have like a longer lash here a bit, a thicker one, para lang ma-open up yung eyes mo a little bit more. Yan!
Yeah. Ito parang ano lang, everyday, you know?
Also, I would like for your lower lash to be thicker ng konti para lang mag-open up mo pa siya. So if you can put a few more mascara
Oo nga, I love it.
Kasi since we didn't put black eyeliner, pero you want it to be smoky, dadaan mo na lang sa dark eyeshadow at the bottom. Pero since light yung dito mo, lalaki yung mata mo ng konti, but at the same time, it's still your eye shape.
Yeah. I love it. Ganda, gusto ko to. Parang meron akong lashes sa baba, pero mascara lang.
Happy?
Yes!
So, loves, that's all we have for today. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all learned something new. If you guys love this video, if you guys would want to watch more of our makeup sesh with Miss Universe Philippines, we will be putting this in a series on our YouTube channel and also our Facebook channel. Do follow, like, and subscribe to all our accounts. I'll be linking those below. And if you do love Miss Marinduque in this book, or you simply love her and would like to support her in her Miss Universe journey, please do follow Miss Universe Philippines on Facebook and, of course, Miss Marinduque herself.
Yes, guys, please, if you want to get to know more about me and engage more, you can follow me on my social media platforms. My Instagram is @Nina_Macalino. That's AA. And Facebook is Nina Macalino. You can also, if you want to stream my only music on Spotify, my artist name is Nina.
Ay, taray. Pwede nung pasample dyan bago tayo mag-end.
Okay na yan!
Okay na yun, nahiya. Alright, bye guys!
Thanks again for watching, and again, if you like to experience a one-on-one makeup sesh with us or one of our scheduled group makeup class, feel free to message us for more info. And see you guys soon. Bye!